Now I hit my mute whatever and it didn't work. Good evening, everybody. This is Jason Akers with Green Akers Pest Control. Thursday night bedbug show, whatever bug show, whatever you want to talk about. We talk about bedbugs here mostly, primarily, but hey, hello. How are you all? Hello, Kenju, $5. Joe W, $10. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. You don't have to donate nothing to me. I'm just happy to hang out with you and talk about how exhausted I am and how I'm getting too old to be staying up past 9 o'clock. There goes this period in your life when you're a little baby and you go to bed like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, and then you get older and you think, man, I want to stay up late, and then you get even older than that and you're like, I wish I could go to bed at 7 o'clock again. I'm tired. Best way to kill carpet beetles. Treat for them. Spray. General pest control. Let me show you. So, let's see if I can get a video. I always have like 5 minutes. I give myself 5 minutes to prepare for this stuff. I'm never ready. Alright. So I have a video. Let's see. www.youtube.com/Green Akers PC. Alright? And you'll have to forgive the loud noises around here. My daughter and my wife is playing a video game, and they're right here beside me, and they're noisy. So, coffee, all gone. All gone. But I think that will keep me up for a little while. Fix my camera. There we go. Best way to kill carpet beetles. So, if you are not yet subscribed on my channel, you should be. You could click this little button right here, become subscribed. You can also click join if you want to join the channel or whatever. Like Joe and Kenju, they're both members of the channel. You can do that. But let's get on with this. I don't really like self-promotion that much. I'm not going to, shameless plug or whatever. Let's see here. Carpet beetles. So, carpet beetles are controlled by General Pest Control. The easiest way... I've got a lot of videos on bugs. Let me show you. If you go to my playlists right here and you scroll down, I have got different videos about like 3 to 4 step solutions. Now, I only have 12 videos in this playlist right here, but if you click this playlist, I've got bed bugs, cockroaches, springtails, fleas, centipedes, millipedes, bird mites, stink bugs, and then I have General Pest Control, which is number 8 on the list right here. And if you click this video, it gives you information about all kinds of pests that I haven't actually talked about. And then you've got at number 11, you actually have a carpet beetle video, which is basically telling you the exact same thing as I did in my General Pest Control video. So, you can watch the General Pest Control video or you can watch the carpet beetle video. They will both take care of carpet beetles because carpet beetles are beetles and they're controlled with General Pest Control. So if you go back here, and let's say you just want to look up the General Pest Control video, you could type General Pest Control and there's the video right there. Or you can type carpet beetles. Let's see if I can do it. There you go. C-A-R-P-E-T. Carpet. Let's just type carpet. There you go. Carpet beetle. How pros eliminate carpet beetles. Carpet beetles aren't bed bugs. Learn how to eliminate carpet beetles effectively like a pro. Okay? So let me go ahead and... Let me see. Let me just... I don't know. Can I share that? Yes, I can. There we go. I'll copy that and I will post it at T.A. Tail Fins and Control V. There you go. So hopefully that will help you with your carpet beetle issues. So. 13 people, 3 likes, smash the like button. Yes, I agree. I agree. Don't smash it and break anything though. You don't want to break your stuff. So, let's see. If we go here, this is my live right now. And you scroll down here. And, oh look, there's only 5. Alright, there are, see there's where Joe says to smash the like button. Let's see. There are, how many people are in here? How can you tell how many people are in here? I mean, I could tell on my list it says 14, but how do you tell here? Let's see. Let's go to live chat. No. How do you tell? I'm noob. Can you tell? It's not like I haven't been on YouTube for 7 years. Oh, there we go. 13 watching now. Started streaming 9 minutes ago. There it is right there. So, y'all should like the video. I got an itchy nose. I'm not picking my nose. I always have to say that. I have an itchy nose. So, and if you really want, you can share it with other people. So, what is the normal charge by a professional for carpet beetles? It depends on your location. You know, pest control pricing is really a lot based on cost of living around where you live, competitors in the market, you know, the distance to travel to your house. You know, there are some exterminators actually in this room right now who sometimes have to travel over an hour just for one stop, one way to one stop. And that's you're going to pay for that, you know? So depending on, you know, where you live, you know, the cost of product where you live, everything's relative. As far as for an initial service, you may pay anywhere from $75 to $300-400 for a first-time service from an exterminator. It just depends. What you got to do is you got to call around and ask people. You got to ask them. You got to say, hey, I've got bugs in my house. What do you charge? I've had carpet beetles, or I've had, you know, whatever, ladybugs, or whatever you've got in your house, and ask and say, how much would you charge? And get competitive bids. You know, ask other people, ask other companies. Don't just settle with one, you know, person just because, you know, they were the one that answered the phone. So, actually, I answered the phone. I had a guy today I went and did a mouse service for, and he's like, he's been trying to get a hold of his regular exterminator, and the guy just will not call him back. And he's like, you know, I got to have something done. I got mice in my house. And so he fired his old exterminator and hired me because the guy just wouldn't answer the phone. Sometimes you just need to call people until they answer the phone. So Joe says in Nebraska, it's $150 to walk in the door. So. Here, it's anywhere from, for an initial, like $95 to, you know, $250-300 is typically what people charge here for, like, an initial service. And it depends on your problem. You know, some exterminators may charge more if you're having a problem with, like, say, German cockroaches than if it's, like, spiders or something like that. You know, spiders are typically easier to control than German cockroaches, and you're going to spend more money to get rid of something that takes longer to get rid of, because you're going to have more service calls, you're going to need, you know, more visits out to the house, where, you know, spiders, you may be satisfied with just one treatment. So there's lots of things that go into pricing a treatment, but just for like a one-time job, it's anywhere from, like I said, $100 to, you know, $200-300, $400. I'm about to do my second spray with Crossfire Saturday. It's best to mix with room temperature water, correct? I use slightly warm water directly from the sink my first time. That would probably work just fine. You just don't want to, you don't want to use hot water. The thing is if you use hot water will break down the pesticide. The Crossfire and lots of other pesticides actually don't hold up under very extreme heat. So, you know, 120 degrees, it comes out of the tap. That's too hot. That's way too hot to mix your chemical. But Crossfire is also really thick. It's a really thick, you know, concentrate, and you're using 13 ounces of it. So usually it's easier to mix that in a warmer water, like a room temperature or warm water, than it is, you know, cold water. You can mix it in cold water. I have mixed Crossfire in cold water, but if you're mixing in cold water and you're using, like I said, the little 13-ounce bottle, typically what I do is I will fill like a third of a tank. Well, most of the time I tell people fill half of the tank, pour your Crossfire in, and fill it the rest of the way up full of water to a gallon, shake it up, and then use that. But if you're using cold water, you want to fill it like a quarter away full or a third of the way full, pour a little bit of Crossfire in, kind of shake it up, mix it up a little bit, put a little bit of water in there, pour your Crossfire in, a little bit more Crossfire, and you kind of go back and forth and back and forth, back and forth until it's all the way completely mixed up into the gallon. And that will be easier for you to mix. And that's what I do. So if I'm out and I have to mix with cold water, I don't have any source for, lukewarm or warmer water, then I just use cold water. And cold water will work. You can mix Crossfire with cold water. So, just not hot water. Don't use hot water. Don't use hot water to mix pesticides. You really shouldn't. You really should use more cooler water or a room temperature or something like that. But I do work out of a Kia, so I'll show you. This is my vehicle. That's my car. It's a Kia Sorento. And so it's actually, this is Rory right here. You can see him right there. But you've got the passenger side, you've got a driver's side. You also have 3 passenger seats right here, straight across like a bench seat right there. And then behind that, you have a 3rd row seat, which is folded into the floor. And I have a big, huge rubber mat that goes on top of that. And all of my toolboxes and stuff are back there. Now, I keep my concentrates in a toolbox so that they don't spill or anything. If they do, they spill inside a toolbox and they're contained. And so a lot of times the jugs I carry 2.5 gallon jugs of water, and because it's in a car, they will usually come up to whatever temperature's in the car, which is room temperature. But in the morning, early morning, they may be cold back there. And if I go and do a bed bug job early morning, a lot of times the jug is cold when I'm mixing it. And so that's the way that I mix my chemical, is I just use a little bit of water, I pour the concentrate, I put a little bit more water, I pour the concentrate, I shake it up real good, and you just really, really mix it really well, or agitate with they agitate your chemical really, really thoroughly. Does unopened Crossfire and unopened Alpine WSG packets have to be stored in a temperature-controlled place? So they'll actually tell you that on the label, on storage. So let's see. Let's look this up and find out. Alpine, we'll look up Alpine first. Well, I'm sorry, I'm tired, so I might yawn a little bit tonight. I've been up very, very early, and my last job, I don't even think I got home till almost 6 o'clock. But my wife, I'll tell you something, my wife makes the best pizza in the world. She made homemade pizza for dinner tonight, and it was delicious. She puts all kinds of stuff on there, and it is very, very delicious. That's what I ate for dinner tonight. I got to come home and eat homemade pizza. Anyway, I just thought I'd brag. I like to brag about my wife when she does things like that for me. Let's see. This is your application chart. Tell you how to mix it, how to apply it. Well, usually they have a place to store. Maybe it's up here. Storage, there we go. All right, pesticide storage for Alpine WSG. It says store in a cool, dry area away from heat or open flame. So that's what it says. That's what it says for Alpine. And in Crossfire, is, let's see, first aid, mixing, storage. Okay, here's your storage for Crossfire. It says pesticide storage. Store product in its original container. Store in a cool, dry place to avoid excess heat. Keep container tightly closed when not in use. Keep product from freezing, so you don't want it to freeze. Diluted mixture may be stored overnight. So that's after you've mixed it, you can store it overnight if you need to. So yes, you want to keep in a cool, dry place, which most chemicals, they all say that. I just wanted to show you where to find it on the label. Do you recommend the Crossfire in an aerosol can? I do not. The reason I don't recommend The reason I don't recommend Crossfire as a concentrate is, not a concentrate, but as a aerosol, is because aerosols tend to have other ingredients in the can that they don't have to list on the label, and the aerosol will not outlive the Crossfire. So when you mix Crossfire as a concentrate in with water, you will get a longer residue. Now that doesn't mean that Crossfire in a can won't kill bed bugs. It will, but it won't last as long. And so you may be able to get a few cans if you live in a very small apartment and you're worried that you're going to have a lot of leftover product when you're done. Then you can get some cans, but expect to have to treat every couple weeks or so if you've got the aerosol. I had Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is good. The problem with Pizza Hut, I love Pizza Hut. I used to work for a Pizza Hut. I actually worked for a Taco Bell Pizza Hut. But the thing is a Pizza Hut pizza, I used to cook these things, these little personal pan pizzas. They are so greasy. They use so much oil in their pans. Like I used to make them. I know it is a lot of grease. And those things they are so delicious, but man, they make me sick. I get upset belly when I eat that much oil. I'm not used to it. We eat a lot of like fat-free, oil-free stuff in my house. My mother died at 53 years old of diabetes, and I try to stay really healthy. I try to eat really healthy because I want to be able to live long, at least outlive my mother, and I'd like to take care of my kids and grandkids and great-grandkids, and so I don't eat a lot of that stuff, but I love Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. But honestly, you want me to tell you my favorite pizza, and people are going to be like, "Oh, that's not even pizza." But my favorite pizza is Little Caesars. I like Little Caesars $5 pizzas. I like them. Other people are like, "That's not even pizza," but I like them. I think they're really good. I used to go before I was vegan. I used to go out and buy a $5 Little Caesar pizza. I would get like 3 or 4 or $5 cheese pizzas, and we would have pizza night and watch movies and stuff. And I like that. I could get $20 worth of pizza. We could all eat dinner, and I liked it. So people have criticized me before and said, "Oh, you like that stuff? That's not even pizza." I'm like, "Yeah, it's pizza. It's cheese. It's dough. It's sauce. It's pizza. It may not be the best quality pizza, but I like it. I thought it was good." So, Jason, I do all the pest control for a property management company of 54 properties in Maryland. Would you recommend me to go get an applicator license? I'm surprised they don't require that you have an applicator license. If you are a property manager in Virginia and you do not have a pesticide applicator license, you will get fined up the wazoo. They will fine you per every application that you make. They will fine you for, and it's up to $500 per infraction. They will fine you for the chemicals. They'll fine you for storage. They will if you don't have proper storage, which most people don't, if they're just applying as a property manager, you will get in deep shit in Virginia if you are going around applying pesticides around your property. Because what the government of Virginia sees is they say, well, you're collecting money from your tenant for living there, but then you're also providing pest control for your tenant that's living there. So you are actually providing pest control for your tenant at a profit. That's the way they see it. And they're like, so because you're collecting money, you're actually collecting, you're monetizing the property, you're bringing in money from the property. They see if you're providing pest control for your tenant and you're not licensed, then they see you as for hire pest control, unlicensed, and they really, really hammer it home on these people. And sometimes I have seen the guy at the Department of Agriculture that used to come over us, he used to brag about the tens of thousands of dollars in fines that he would collect off of both property managers and lawn care providers. If you're going out and you're mowing lawns and you're not licensed to apply pesticide as a commercial applicator, and then you're going out and you're applying pesticide for grubs or something like that, you can absolutely get fined, and they really go after those people bad. So, yeah, Kristen says Georgia requires that for the license too. You've got to have a license if you're going to apply pesticide, or you will get your company in deep shit. So, if you get caught, a lot of people don't know about it. That's the thing is I know about it because I do it for a living. But a lot of people don't even know that law even exists, and including tenants. And if you get a tenant and they do know, and they find out that you're applying and that you're not licensed, they look. I mean, you can look me up on VDAC's website with Virginia Department of Agriculture. I'm there. I'm listed there. My certification number and everything is there. If they look you up by your name and they find that you're not certified, oh, they will turn you in. Tenants will get you in trouble. So, have you ever heard of anyone having an allergic reaction after using Crossfire like hives? No, I've never had that happen. I've never heard of it. I've had people that claim that maybe that it was Crossfire, but there's lots of things that can cause hives. But I've never known of anyone that's had a problem with Crossfire. That doesn't mean it can't happen. People have allergic reactions to things all the time, to something, and have a skin reaction, but it's not very common. Let's see. Have you heard? Okay, I read that. If I've missed a question, be sure to repost it if I haven't answered your question. I just got them in my new house. I sprayed a gallon of Crossfire water mix all over the place. They're also in my couch where the cushions don't move. Yeah, so you have to peel your couches. I actually did a video on YouTube, I think. Let's see if it's there. If we go to YouTube and we go to shorts, as it is a short. Yep, it's right there. The couch butt crack. Okay? When treating a couch with sewn-in pillows, it's important to spread the pillows, like the butt cheeks, like you're wiping your butt. Let me show you. So you see this couch? These right here are actually sewn into the couch, so you can't take them off. But you can spread them like this and treat inside that crack to kill any bed bugs that will be in there. And that's how you get rid of bed bugs in your couch's butt crack. I'm sorry, that was very immature, but I thought it was hilarious. So I tell people that people will say, have children, they will keep you young. No, what it means is have children so you can be immature and make butt jokes. That's what it is. So, until you don't have kids anymore. Because my daughter right now, she's giggling. I just said butt joke, and she's over there laughing. And she's 9 years old. She thinks that's hilarious. And I will continue to make them jokes as long as I got somebody laughing at them. So, she becomes a teenager. She's like, Dad, that's not funny anymore. Then I might have to stop. But then I'll have Charlie and Finley, and they'll think it's funny. So, as long as I keep having little kids around, I'll keep making butt jokes. But anyway, that's how you treat. You got to treat between those. You got to spread them open and spray in between the cushions. And if they're sewn in on the seat, it's the same exact principle. So, you got to treat in that spot. Oh my goodness. I think it might be too late for me. A good fart joke always gets me. Yes. Fart jokes are also amazing. I love fart jokes. Just the word fart is funny. Linda's laughing right now. She thinks it's great. I just said fart, and she's over there laughing. She's still laughing. Should we have the carpet, bed, sofa steam clean before applying chemicals for carpet beetles? Okay, so if you're going to steam clean anything at all, just regular cleaning. I mean, steam cleaning is not something you have to do to get rid of carpet beetles. But if you want to steam clean just as a regular application, just like, hey, I want to steam clean my stuff, then go do that before you apply pesticide, because most chemicals cannot withstand extreme heat. Like, that's why I tell people not to mix with hot water when you're mixing Crossfires, because it can break down the Crossfire. The same applies to using a steamer or a hot water type treatment in your home around your baseboards and stuff like that, places that you've treated with a pesticide, because the pesticide will break down when you apply heat to it. Does Crossfire damage leather? So I have treated leather couches. I have treated my van has leather seats. I've treated my van before. And I've never had a problem where it is stained. It wipes off. If it dries with a residue, it'll wipe off anywhere that you want to wipe it off. It doesn't really stain. But now it says it on the label that it doesn't stain. So if you look at the label, let's just go ahead and bring that back up. If you read here, let's see. All right. Let's see. I think it says right here. Let's see. Crossfire bedbug concentrate can be directly applied to a mattress, box spring surfaces for porous surfaces such as mattresses, carpet, perimeter areas. Apply until thoroughly damp but not wet. Infested bed linens should not be treated. These should be removed. Tightly sealed plastic bag, laundered, dried, temperatures. Okay, so that's not where it says it, but there's a spot on here. Okay, here's where it says. It says right here. Crossfire bedbug concentrate is an easy-to-use water-dilutable concentrate for application with handheld or backpack sprayers, which I would never use in a backpack sprayer. Never. Because you want to talk about getting things wet, use a backpack sprayer. Or with a paintbrush. This product will not stain water-safe fabrics or surfaces. However, care should be taken to test an inconspicuous area for staining prior to use. So they say it should not stain, but just in case you're worried about it, you should try it on an area that you can't see. You know, so if you like spread the pillows and you spray between them and you notice that it's got a little weird discoloration where no one's going to really see it, then you may not want to spray it over the whole couch. So I would absolutely try a spot that nobody's going to see if you're worried about it damaging your couch. So, is my bedbug still alive? She is. Oh my gosh, she's still alive. Ho ho. So for those that don't know, I have a bedbug. Can you see her in there? Let's see if we turn around this way. I don't know if you can see her. It's just one by herself. But, so I've got this plan. Now I ask this every week, every single week. The last time I got voted a yes, the bed bug was actually dead. And she's in this one right here. Amber Heard. She's in here. She's dead. She's not alive anymore. She died because I didn't feed her. But this one right here, I have had this bed bug for over a month. Well, no. Has it been? It's almost been a month. I've had this one for almost a month. She's still alive. But I have not fed her yet. So, what I was going to do is I'm going to do what I do every single week. I am going to give a poll right now in my chat. And you can vote. And I think you should. But I am going to vote whether or not I should feed this bed bug live on camera right now. If I feed this bug, which feeding the bug means you let it bite yourself. That's what you do. All right. I will monitor the bite. I will, because I've never been bit. I've never been bit by a bed bug. Okay, I never have. I'm in them all the time. I have never been bit by one. But I'm gonna let it bite me. And if she bites me, I will monitor the bite. I will tell you. I will explain the healing process, what I'm going through, what I do to help with the itching, all that good stuff. I will document it like a mad scientist, because that's what I am. I mean, who else keeps live bed bugs on their desk to show you? So I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna put up a vote right now, and if you vote yes, I will let her bite me. I was gonna let her bite me last week, even though everybody said no. But I'm gonna put up a poll right now, and I just wanted to put that out there and tell you what I'm gonna do. So let's see. We'll start a poll. We're gonna ask a question. All right. Should I feed my bed bug tonight? And her name is Amber Heard. Yes or no? Add option. There we go. Ask your community. There you go. So the poll is live right now. should I feed my bed bug tonight? And I put in parentheses, Amber Heard. And the options are yes, no, and why would you feed a demon bug? So that is your votes. Vote now, and I'll give it like 20-30 minutes. And if, depending on when I leave in my stream, I will or won't let her bite me based on what everybody says. So, there you go. Is she alive? She is alive. She's alive. She's crawling around in there. Let's see if I can show it to you now. She's on the side. Can you see her? See her right there? Look at her. Hanging out in there. Anyway, she's my pet. How many people you know have pet bed bugs? That actually have pet bed bugs and offer to feed bed bugs? Vote yes, guys. It's for science, says Candy. For science! For science. Feed her, and how do you tell males from females? So, you could tell a male from a female by the shape of their body. Let me show you a picture. So, you see this picture? The female is like a little pudgy thing, and the male is more slender. See, fully fed, the female is just like a plump little roundish egg-shaped body, and the male gets really long. A lot of people think this is a female because they think of it like a wasp or a bee or something like that, but actually the male is long and thin when they're fully fed, and the female is fat and plump. So this is actually, I believe this is a female. It's going to be hard to tell until she's fed because she's not full grown. So the thing about a bed bug is bed bugs go through gradual metamorphosis. They shed their skin. They go through instar phases. So an instar phase, basically what a bed bug does is it hatches from an egg. Okay? It doesn't bite as soon as it hatches. It waits about 6 to 10 days. When it's ready to shed its skin, it bites a full blood meal, gets a full blood meal, and pops out of that skin. Okay? Much like the same way a cicada will crawl up the tree and then they come out of that casing as a cicada. They molt. Okay? So when the bed bug molts, then it waits another 6 to 10 days, bites and gets another blood meal, sheds its skin, and so on and so forth. And it has 5 phases like that. Those are called instar phases. This bed bug right here is not full grown. It's like maybe fourth or like right on the verge of becoming a full grown adult. If she feeds one time and gets a really good blood meal, she will probably shed her skin inside that vial. And of course, I'll show you all that too. But I'm not. Here's the thing. That screen is plenty big enough for her to bite me through. And I don't think my wife, who is sitting right here beside me, will let me let her out. So even if I try to let her bite me through this thing, and she's supposed to be able to bite through that screen. It's a feeder tube. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to feed bed bugs. If she gets down on top of that screen, she might be able to bite. I mean, there she is. Now, she's on there right now. I don't know if you see. She's right there. See her little belly? She's right there. And that right down at the bottom, right down there, that's a carpet beetle. But there she is right there. So if I push on the screen, see how she can... She should be able to bite through the screen. All right? That's why it's a screen on there. So, anyway. So far, the most votes are why would you let a demon bug bite you? That's just a joke. That's just a joke. So, feed her a healthy dose of Crossfire, said Joe. I had some kind of bugs bite my head and they went under my scalp. Sounds like lice. I mean, lice don't burrow under the scalp, but they do bite the scalp and they're pretty miserable. Bugs that burrow under the skin, that bite and burrow, are like chiggers. Chiggers will bite you. They'll bite you and burrow. So, I don't know of very many bugs that will bite and burrow into you except chiggers. I mean, if anybody knows something different, let me know. Because, I mean, maybe scabies, but Other than that, I mean, those are the only ones I know that bite and burrow into you. So, I find bed bugs fascinating, honestly. I do. Maybe I'm just weird, but I think they're amazing, interesting bugs. But I've been learning about them since I was 17, like 24, almost 25 years I've been learning about bed bugs. What is the best way to dispose of leftover Crossfire? The best way to dispose of leftover chemical, period, is to contact your local Department of Agriculture and ask them. Because every state is different. So Virginia has different, they have a pesticide disposal, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything. And you just go to a certain area that you're designated to go to, and you give them your pesticide. And you say, here, this is leftover chemical I've got, or with older chemicals that have been outlawed, like chloridane and stuff, if you find an old jug of it, you can take it to them and they will dispose of it for you. They have a special, either a landfill or a special chemical waste disposal place where you could take your chemicals and get rid of them. Because Crossfire really shouldn't be used after, a couple days. It's not going to work as well, and it congeals and it becomes like jelly once it's mixed. Now, if it's just, if it's in the bottle and it hasn't been mixed before, it's shelf stable for a long time. But if it's, been mixed, then you don't want to really use it after it's, it's not going to work. Anyway, all of this talk about feeding bed bugs make me itchy. Let's see, I'm having a problem with stink bugs. I've got videos on stink bugs. Actually, I just went over that on my video playlist. If you go to my... Actually, let me show you. So if you go to my channel, and while you're there, click subscribe, because I've got a lot of videos. Honestly, I don't even know how many videos I got. Probably over 700, 800 videos now. Because if you count all my live streams in it too, I have a lot of videos. But if you go here and just type stink bug. Stink bug. See this? Now this search right here, this will search all of the videos on my channel. Now if you go up here and search here, this searches all of YouTube. But if you go to my channel and you search right here, this searches all of my videos. Now you can search YouTube. Let's try it. Let's see if I'm up here. Let's just see stink bug. Let's see. I'm not up there at all. Yeah, see, I don't really monetize much, but if you search stink bug on YouTube and search Green Acres, then I've got all kinds of stink bugs. See, there's a stink bug, there's a stink bug video, there's a stink bug video. I show how to get into a house. This is, what is this video? Jason Akers, Green Acres Festival last year. See, this is awful. These are the auto stuff. Make a stink bug trap from everyday household items and save money. This right here. This actually works. I don't recommend it, but it works really well. I've got a playlist for stink bugs. Yeah, I've got lots of stink bugs in the spring. Why? Why do people have stink bugs in the spring? Stink bugs, when to treat. Talks about when you should treat them. So I've got lots of videos. In fact, this one doesn't have hardly any views. Lost 2 years ago. It's only 360. I thought this video would honestly get more views than it did, because it talks about when to actually start preparing to treat for stink bugs. But most people know me for bed bugs. They don't know me much for stink bugs. So, anyway. The best way to clean your reusable gallon sprayer, I have a plastic one. So I will tell you what they tell us. To clean a plastic, jug, sprayer, whatever, you need to triple rinse your sprayer. And the rinseate is considered pesticide, all right? That's not something you could just pour on the ground or pour down the drain. It is still a chemical. That's one of those chemicals that you need to try to find a way to dispose of it. Like I said, contact your local Department of Agriculture and ask them what to do with it. But that is to be saved. That's called rinseate. All right. The hose between the tank, the plastic tank, and the end of the wand, where the chemical actually comes out, sprays out the hose. Here, let me show you. Let me do this. This will be easier just to do it this way. Let me do... I am a visual learner. And this is what I usually do. My computer is like having a conniption today and not wanting to work. The whole thing is just, I probably should have rebooted my computer before I got on here tonight, because it is really like farting on me. That's what it's doing. That's what I'm going to say. But anyway, what you do is you take your gallon sprayer, you once you've rinsed it and you've got it empty of chemical, all right, there's no more chemical in the sprayer, you pour it full of clean water, you pump it up, and you spray that clean water through that hose, and you collect that in your whatever you're using to collect your rinsate. You spray that through, because your hose and your wand will have pesticide residue in it. Now, you can never use that sprayer for anything but pesticide, okay? And I'll tell you something too. If you have a plastic sprayer and it's got a chemical in it that is something other than Crossfire, and you want to buy Crossfire and use it, you do not want to use the same sprayer you use with another chemical. You want to change and use a different sprayer. Buy a sprayer that is designated as your bedbug sprayer, and only use it for Crossfire. Don't use any other pesticide in it. And the reason I say this is because plastic will absorb a lot of the qualities from pesticides. It's just plastic. Plastic's very porous. And so I don't believe that a plastic sprayer, that you can actually eliminate all the pesticide residue out of a plastic sprayer. This is one of the reasons that when you have a plastic jug, they expect you to triple rinse the jug. You're supposed to slice it with a knife so no one reuses the jug. So it ruins the jug, and so no one will put any water or anything else in that jug because it was used for pesticide. Okay? And that's how plastic jugs are. That's how plastic is. This is why I use stainless steel, B&G sprayers, is because the stainless steel can be cleaned. You can clean the pesticide residue out and get rid of it all. And then, you don't have to throw away your plastic sprayer or buy a new one. Do bed bugs look dark black? No, they don't. So baby bed bugs, look, let me show you. Let me see if I can get a picture. Let's see if I can get logged in here to my iCloud. So I've got pictures of them on there. Probably going to have to give myself approval. Yeah, I am. Allow. Let me see. My phone farted. 627. Alright. Let's go with photos. And we'll go with albums. I'll show you what a baby bedbug looks like. I got lots of pictures. These are pictures I've taken myself. Bedbugs. And let's see here. What's a good picture? I mean, my favorite picture is this one. All right. So, let's look at some bed bugs. So this is an adult. This is a female. This is a male. This is a female. This is a shed skin. Like I was talking about how they go through instar phases. This is a shed skin right here. This is a shed skin right here. These are not actual bed bugs. This right here, I mean, I guess you could say it's black, but really it's not. It's brown. It's got a black spot. But this is an actual nymphal stage of a bed bug here. And then you've got eggs. These are eggs here, right here. These are eggs. Those little ovals. There's some more here. These are egg casings here. This is an egg casing. This is one that's already been opened. It's opened on one side, right? I mean, you may not be able to see it in this picture, but it's open right here on this side where the bed bug has come out. Okay? There's an egg there. That's a real good one. You can see that one really well. In fact, it's open right here on this side right here. All right? This is an egg casing. There's a nymphal bedbug stage right there. That's a young bedbug. This is not full grown. These is maybe, I mean, comparable in size. This is probably maybe third instar. And then this is maybe a second instar here. This is a smaller one. This is a smaller one here. So yes, that's what bed bugs look like. This is the phase of the bed. This is what all bed bugs look like. Okay, so, but you can see all of this with the naked eye. I did not use a microscope. I took this with my iPhone. Okay, I took this picture with my iPhone. It's something you can see all this stuff with your eyes. These are actually, this is a picture of a mattress encasement. See these weird little holes and stuff here? This is a mattress encasement that was ripped and torn, and these bed bugs were actually coming out of the mattress encasement that had been sitting on a bed for 90 days. And not 90 days, 9 months. And the bed bugs were still alive, still breeding, still feeding. I mean, this is a full grown, these are shed skins and stuff. But the thing is when people lay on this, it opens up these little holes, these little breather holes, and the bed bugs, much like the same thing with this little screen right here, they can bite you through that thing. They don't have to leave. They can stay in there, and they can't get to you, and they can bite you through the fabric. So that's why I don't recommend mattress encasements, because bed bugs can actually bite through the encasement and live under the encasement. Perfectly healthy, fine. So baby bed bugs are kind of tan color and semi-see-through. Exactly, they're tan. You see the difference in them. These here are full. These are nice dark red, rusty brown, reddish color because they've been feeding on blood their whole life, and they're very. I mean, they've still got that little black streak where you can see their digestive, stuff going on. But those are full grown. This is a full grown bed bug. They will be that color. Like this one here is that color. This might be a full grown bed bug. I don't think so though. I think it's fourth instar. So, because it's so small. I've washed all the clothes in preparation, prepare for the treatment. How long should I wait to reintroduce them back into my closets? I mean, as soon as the chemicals dry, put them back. I don't recommend people take clothes and stuff out. I mean, unless you've got bed bugs in your closets and bed bugs in your dressers or chest of drawers or anything like that, I don't usually recommend removing your clothes and stuff and even treating that piece of furniture, because the bed bugs are naturally going to be attracted to you. The way Crossfire works, and the reason I recommend Crossfire, is because it's a non-repellent chemical. The bed bugs don't see it. They don't know it's there. So you treat the bed where you're going to be, and the bed bugs crawl out to bite you, and they die because the bed's treated. They're not going to bite a t-shirt. They're not going to bite a pair of blue jeans. They're going to bite you. So they're not naturally attracted to dressers or chest of drawers. The only reason bed bugs retreat to a dresser or a chest of drawers or some other inanimate object in your room is because they're looking for a place to escape from males, because it's a very hostile form of reproduction through bed bugs, and so the female will flee to try to find a place that's safe to lay her eggs, to keep away from males. But they'll also sneak back at different times and try to lay eggs near the host. So, it's just, they're back and forth all the time. Thank you, Teresa. $5 from Teresa Jones. Thank you very much. You're the one that said you bought my course too. Thank you too for that. Also, should I treat cracks on the kitchen chairs or kitchen table? I wouldn't treat that spot. I never do. I never treat those. I don't think I've ever treated the kitchen table cracks. Now, if I was doing for cockroaches, I do. But if it's, for bed bugs, I don't treat those for bed bugs. Can bed bugs bite you through your clothes? They can. Not usually. They just get under your clothes, but they can. They usually don't, though. They'll just crawl under the clothes and bite you under the clothes, just like a mosquito can fly in the sleeve of your shirt or a sweater or something like that. If you put bedbug-infested laundry inside a box and moved it out of its normal environment, how long would it take for all of the bed bugs in that laundry to start naturally moving and leave the box? They'll start leaving the box right away. They will come out. They will come out of the box. They will start trying to find a blood meal. They will try to survive. They're not going to just stay there and just starve to death. They'll start wandering around. The general consensus is, if you've got a... let me see something. If I do... That doesn't work. I want to bring up a program And I can't because my Windows has crapped out on me. I cannot find the program I need to open. Let me see. Let me see. Microsoft. I think it's Microsoft. Is it Microsoft? Why can't I find MS Paint? Because that's what I like to use. I like to use MS Paint. But I cannot find it anywhere. I could use Photoshop, but the problem with Photoshop is it takes too much resources to try to run it. And stream, too. So, that's the problem. Oh! Is it working now? Is it finally decided to working now? Yay! It's working! Alright, there's Paint. Alright. I got it to work. It just did it by itself. I didn't do anything. Alright, so the general consensus is that bed bugs do not travel more than 20 feet for a blood meal. Now, this is not true. This is not true. Because if you've got a house, let's say you got a trailer, mobile home. Alright? There's your mobile home. And you got a doorway, like right about here. Okay? You go in, and well, this is really bad. Let's see, let's make it a little doorway. There we go. Okay? Now, this is your living space here. You've got a room on this side. Let's say this is a master room on this side. Okay? We'll put a wall there. And then we'll put a wall, like, let's say here, and there's a bathroom. Okay, this is a typical setup for a trailer. And then in this bedroom, you'll have a bed here, and then you'll have like maybe a little table here, and a little table here. Maybe you got a chest of drawers here, and maybe you got like another chest of drawers right here. Okay, and a lot of times this bathroom, half of the bathroom, like on this side, will be a closet, and on this side will be like maybe a shower or a garden tub, and then you'll have a toilet right here. Okay, now there's your master bedroom, and then the door is usually like, you know, right here. It opens up like this. Okay, and then your kitchen is here, and your living room is here. It's usually like open concept, and then you will have a wall here, and you'll have it go all the way back to about here, and then let's make that a straight line because I'm OCD, and then you'll have a wall here, and that'll be one bedroom, and then you'll have a bathroom here and a bedroom there. Okay? Alright. Now, let's say, let's put our beds in there too, because we got to have people be comfortable, right? So let's put a bed in here, put like a bed here, and we'll put a bed here. Okay. I'm not going to go to all the trouble to make it to fairly furnish the rooms. These people are really poor and they can't afford a whole lot of furniture, but they got beds. Okay? So, and you have a sofa, like maybe right here. Alright? Let's put our sofa here. Like this. Okay? There we go. Alright, perfect. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful house. It's a trailer. Single wide trailer. So, you've got bed bugs in this room. Let's see, let's get my pencil and make my line nice, big, and fat. Bed bugs right here. Boom. There's your infestation. Now, this person, they don't have anybody else living in these bedrooms. It's just one person by themselves. All right, let's use that as a scenario. This is a scenario. So this person, because they have bed bugs in this room, they decide that they've got a bathroom. This is a full bathroom over here, all right? They don't have to go to this side of the trailer at all. So they've decided they're going to abandon this part of the trailer, this whole side of the trailer. They're no longer going to live in that part of the trailer at all. They're going to live in this bedroom right here, all right? This room. So this is further than 20 feet away. This is probably about maybe 100 feet away from this bedroom. Do you think those bed bugs are going to find them here? They will. They will. They will move through the house they will go this way, and they will be attracted to the CO2 that this person has done. They have moved from this side of the trailer to this side of the trailer. Now the bed bugs are in this room. Now they weren't in this room. They weren't in this room because no one was living on this side of the trailer at all. No one. There was nothing in this side of the trailer to attract the bed bugs to this side of the trailer. But they were in this room right here. This person left this room, abandoned this room, and moved all the way down and started staying in this room. Much the same way as a hotel. If you've got, 3 rooms in line at a hotel, and you've got, let's just use it this way. This is your hotel, and you've got door number 1 here, all right, and then you got door number 2 here, and you got door number 3 over here, all right, and the hotel manager gets bed bugs. Okay, they get bed. This is a real common thing. This is why I'm using this as an example. You got the hotel manager gets bed bugs here. All right, they decide, well, we're not going to rent this room until the bed bugs starve. We can still rent these 2, but we're not going to rent this one. Do you think the bed bugs won't find their way into this room? They will. They'll find their way into this room. They'll find their way into this room. If he didn't rent this one or this one, but just this one right here, the bed bugs will find their way from this room all the way to this room. Okay? They will move. They will move throughout the house. They'll move throughout hotels. They move throughout apartment complexes. They move throughout trailers, houses, all the time. They go floors. They won't just stay on the first floor. They will travel 2, 3 stories to find a host. Like I said, the general norm is that no, they're not going to travel 20, 30 feet to find a host because the host usually doesn't move. Usually the host will stay in the bedroom. It's very rare that a person will actually abandon a bedroom. If they've got a trailer, they probably have children. They probably have people using these rooms, and they don't really have anywhere to go. Now, they might move here and start sleeping on the couch. They'll find you there. They'll find you anywhere that you try to escape these bed bugs. They will travel throughout the house because they are living in the house with you. So understand that you can't get away. The only way you can get rid of bed bugs is to treat for them. You've got to treat for them. You won't starve them out. They can live up to a year. A female bed bug, fully grown, can live up to a year without a blood meal. Now, is that the standard? No. Typically the standard is about 4 months. But still, 4 months is a long time, and there's no pesticide on the market that will live for 4 months, that will actually last and kill bugs for 4 months. So you're not going to be able to keep them away. You're going to, this one here has been alive for almost a month. Almost a month. This one up here that I've got up there lived almost 4 months before she starved to death. So that's a long time to go without a blood meal. Can you live 4 months without a meal? Probably not. I don't know anybody that ever has. So, hopefully that explained. I hope I explained that. I might have gone off at the tangent and not explained the question at all. Teresa says that she's been waiting all week for my stream. So, if you are interested in talking to me, you can go to my video. This is the live video. This is a video you're watching right now. All right? Not explained it. And you scroll down, and you click right here. Now, you're on my video. Just click Show More underneath all this information about my video, okay? By the way, there's 25 people watching right now, and there's only 19 likes. Just so you know, that's not 25 likes. That's only 19. Anyway, if you scroll down here, you can click Discord. This little link right here, click that. And it'll bring you up to my Discord channel, okay? It'll say Discord app launch because I've got Discord open. But, it's an invite to my Discord channel. You are welcome to join Discord. Actually, Kristen's in the Discord. That's why I'm mentioning this, because she's in the Discord. She mentioned it. You're welcome to come on Discord and ask any question. I've got several people on Discord that are usually here that'll answer any questions that you've got. I've got it. In fact, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is my Discord right here. I've got general. I got bed bugs. I've got cockroaches, spiders, termites, memes. I got jokes. I've got flea information, mice and rats. I've got a members only channel for YouTube members. I've got business, so you can ask like actual questions about business. I've got an ant channel that someone asked me to put up. Nobody said anything in it yet. But yeah, so this is a Discord. So you're welcome to join, hang out with us, ask questions. I'm always in Discord. I'm always answering questions in Discord. I usually am always chatting there and hanging out with people there. So I recommend that if you want to chat with me, you could do Discord. You can also do a you could set up a time to talk to me. Yeah, and that's in the same list. If you go down, like I said, click the show more link, scroll down, schedule a time to talk to Jason here. You could schedule a time to talk to me, and I will privately talk to you. But you know, like I said, you'd have to pay to do that. That's not free. All right, for me to take time out of my day and sit and talk on the phone, I have to charge for that. Or you can just hit up Discord. That's free. You know, ask me. It's like texting me on my phone. You know, it's all. In fact, I have Discord app on my phone. I talk to people on my phone all the time with my Discord app. I've got. Let's see if I can bring it up. Let's see here. In fact, it's probably in my most used programs because I'm always on it. See? Here's Discord. This is my bedbug channel right there. Right there. Discord. It's just like a chat. So I can chat with you. In fact, Kristen's the last one. She said, if you sleep with your arms outside of a blanket, that could be it. Or if hands hang off the side. See, she's talking about bedbugs right there. She kills a lot of bedbugs. So, she's a Georgia exterminator. I've suspected for months that I may have bedbugs, but what appears to be bites always seem to be very few and never increase in number even after months. Is that possible? Well, Kristen pointed out not everyone reacts to bedbug bites. I had a customer one time years ago who had thousands of bedbugs. When I flipped his mattress up against the wall, between the mattress and box spring, there were probably 300 or 400 bedbugs. I mean, they were all over the box spring. There were so many bugs. He didn't have a mark on his body. They were biting him, but he wasn't reacting. So not everyone has a reaction to bedbug bites. They have a anticoagulant, and also, what is it? What is it called, Alicia, when it doesn't hurt when they bite you?
They numb it.
Well, yeah, it's a numbing agent, but isn't there actually a name for that? I don't know. Maybe somebody else knows the name for that. It's in their saliva, and a lot of times you won't feel the bite. And if you're not having a reaction, which is a histamine reaction, so what happens is you get bit by a bug, it bites you. And then your body sends histamine to that spot. That's what makes it swell up like a bug bite. All right? If you don't have a histamine reaction and your body doesn't see that as a need for histamine, you won't get a bug bite. It won't hurt. Anesthetic. Anesthetic. That's right. Anesthetic. Is that anesthetic?
Yeah.
Yeah. She took a lot of medical in college. She's the smart one. I just sit here and talk about bugs. But she's like brains. She got lots of brains. See, let me tell you a trick. If you're dumb like me, you marry up. You marry smart. If you can get a woman to marry you, a smart woman to marry you, you've done a million things that's better than what most people can. But I'm dumb, but she likes me because I'm handsome. But that's what she says, I'm handsome anyway. But that's the trick. If you can marry a woman that's brilliant and smart and can cook pizza. I had homemade pizza for dinner and it was delicious. And what did she make last night? She made tortilla soup last night. What was the night before that?
Spaghetti, I think.
Spaghetti? Oh yeah, that was good. That was good spaghetti. Man, that was good spaghetti. I love spaghetti. You know what I like though? One of my favorite meals for dinner is breakfast for dinner. I like biscuits and gravy and waffles. I love waffles. I can eat waffles all the time. I can eat waffles like sandwich bread. They're like delicious. But anyway, I'm talking about food. I'm gonna make everybody hungry. So, it's been over an hour. Let's see what my poll is. In poll. Okay. So, Alicia, should I feed my bed bug tonight?
Yeah.
Yes, 46%. Why would you feed a demon bug? 30%. No, 23%. 26 votes. 46% say I need to feed my bed bug tonight. Did you hear me?
I've only been talking about it for ages.
I have. Well, I've been talking about it for like 6 years. 5 years? That I was going to let a bed bug bite me if I got to 1,000 subscribers. And now, let's see. How many subscribers do I have? Let me procrastinate this horrible thing that is about to happen to me. I have 28.3 thousand subscribers. So I was supposed to let a bed bug bite me if I got to 1,000. And it hadn't happened yet. And I'm like almost to 30,000. Like 30 times one. Emma, you want to let this bug bite you? Hey, Rory, you want to let bed bug bite you?
Sure.
No, I'm not going to make him bite you. I'll let him bite me. I can do it. I'm not a coward. I'm not a coward. You're a coward. I don't know if I can do this right. Let me see if I can get a good view so people can see this happen. I got my... Oh man, my desk is a mess. See now see I can hide most of this when I do my camera. Most of this stuff is hidden and people don't see it. But it's like now I gotta try to make my desk look presentable and not ugly and full of stuff that my kids put on my desk for me to fix. I got all this junk on my desk. Like look at this. See, this is one of these things. It is. This is on my desk because this thing fell out of it. And I'm supposed to glue this back together. I don't have my wood glue at my desk, but I'm supposed to put it in there like that and glue it in there so it don't fall out. Because the baby will play with that and choke on it. So I gotta glue that back in there. See, stuff like that's on my desk. And I'm gonna try to do this so you can see this bug bite me. But you'll just have to just ignore the mess. Just ignore the mess. Now you're gonna see, oh man, look at that. Now it's getting racy. Alright, so here's my arm. I don't have my watch on. Took my watch off. So we're gonna do this like this. And we're gonna hold that. Let's see if I'm blowing in there like this. I get her excited. She likes to have blowing in her ear.
Oh my god.
What? Well, she gotta smell the CO2 so she knows it's a blood meal. Alright, now I'm holding it there. I'm holding it right there on my arm. I don't know if you can see. See, there she is. She's on there. See her? Right there. Let's see. I'm gonna let her bite. I'm just gonna hold it there. You just believe me. You believe me. I'm holding it there. I don't know how long this takes. I ain't never fed a bed bug before. Not intentionally. Never intentionally. Let's see. See, the thing is, I have itchy arms anyway. I get itchy arms. See, she ain't biting me. She is alive. She is absolutely alive, though. I've already confirmed she's still alive. She was moving all around in there earlier. She is alive. I don't know if she's going to do it, though. Irma, are you from TikTok? I think you might be from TikTok. See, it's tight on there. I'm just holding it there. I don't know how long this takes. I don't feel a bug bite. But they're supposed to have that antiseptic. It don't. Oh, well, that feels like a pinch. I might be getting bit now. I might be getting bit. I don't know, though. Truthfully, I don't know. She senses you've murdered millions of her kin, they say. Oh, I have. I have over 20 years. Did she bite me yet? She act like, maybe she don't want. Come here, Alicia. Let you bite you. They will bite you. They will bite you. Because they have bit you before. It's not that bad, is it? Is it, Alicia?
I don't know that I've actually.
Can I let her out?
No.
Wait, can I let her out to bite me? I'm going to do it. I'm going to let her out. Alright, look at this. Alright, so if I just open this up like this.
You want to go to the divorce court tomorrow, did you say?
Divorce court over a bed bug? I don't think you do that now. You love me too much. Look, the lid's off. Look at her. See her? That's a good picture. Look at that. She is just sitting there. Now, I'm crazy. So, let's see. Let's turn the light on here. Maybe she's just too hungry. Let's see. Do I have like a... I don't like to look away, but let me get a pin over here. Alright. Let's move her a little bit. Over the screen. Oh, now, I don't want her to get out. I really don't want her to get out. Let's see here. I'm playing with this stupid thing.
I hear you playing with it.
I know. Oh, don't crawl up the side, you dumb thing. See, now she's being dumb. I'm trying to get her in the middle. I want to feed you. I want to help you live, even though I've killed hundreds of thousands of millions, billions maybe. I might kill her, actually. If I squish her with this pin, I'll probably kill her. But she don't want to get away from the edge. See, bed bugs like to be next to the edge. See, she's done gotten next to the edge again. She likes to get next to the edge, and I'm worried that once she gets next to the edge, she's going to crawl up the edge, and she'll be out on my desk. I don't really want her out on my desk, because if she gets in the floor, I might actually end up in divorce court. But why are you laughing at me? I'm really stressing out here. I really am stressing out like bad. Okay, let's see.
What are you going to do? Take the lid off?
Well, I did take the lid off, but the thing is that where's my little stand? I have a stand for my phone over here somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. Charlie likes to take that thing away and play with it. But, I want to get her to go in the middle of this screen, so then when my arm pushes up into it, she can bite me, and she won't stay away from the side. Get away from the side. Okay. No. Wait. See, she wants to be near the edge. If you could see this. Let me see if I could get this down here so you guys can actually see this. Look at what I'm doing here. Alright? Now, there's my phone. That's my phone light. Alright? Let me show you. So she is... You see that little brown spot right there? She's right there. Alright? Now, if I mess with her... Let's see if I can get my... If I mess with her, right here. See, she moves, but then she goes right up next to the edge again. You see? She doesn't want to get to the middle. And she has to be in the middle. No! Damn it. This is not easy to feed. It is not easy to feed a bed bug. Even when you want to feed them. Even when you're wanting to give them blood that they need to live. They do not want to do it. And she holds on real tight. Like, uh-oh. 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 The screen came out. Uh-oh. Stay in there. Oh. Okay. Well, I got the... That's the best I can do. I ain't going to let her out. I'm not going to let her out. I'll tell you that much. I'm not going to do that. She don't want to bite me, though. Maybe I smell like bug spray. Maybe all the years and years and years of applying pesticide, maybe I'm just am pesticide now. And maybe she just doesn't want to bite me because she's like, I can't bite that because it's poison. That's probably what it is. All right, let's see what people are saying. She said, how do you know it's a female? The shape, yeah. Should have saved a male. At least then, if it gets free, there's no risk. Well, the thing is, this was given to me. So I had a customer that I went out. This is the only live bed bug that they had a lot of nymphs in the house, but you can't really tell the sex of a nymph because they're all so small. And so this is the one she gave me. This is the only one she had that was live enough, that was adult enough for me to take with me. It's the only one. And so it's a female. It is a female. But that's just the way it is. I mean, that's the one I got. But it's good because her name's Amber Heard, so it's funny. Keep her in the vial. Put it face down against your arm without the lid. See, then when I go and take it off, though, she gonna be attached or something, and that ain't gonna be good because then I'll drop it in the floor. Or what if she pinches me and I don't like it? I mean, I'm probably not gonna like it anyway. Or I jump, and then she's out. She's who knows where she's at. And like you heard her say divorce. You heard her, didn't you? I love my wife. I need her. I need her. I can't survive without my wife. All right, I need my wife. So, Kristen's saying just put her in the vial. All right, now she's in. All right, let's do. I can do that. All right, look, there she is. There, lid's off. She's in the bottom. I got that carpet beetle out of there, by the way. There she is. You see her in there? There she is. The lighting is so horrible at my desk. Like, you see me. I'm lit up. Because I got all these monitors and stuff. And they light me up. But the lighting is so bad at my desk. I cannot see what I'm doing. They cling really well when there's a screen in the vial. Like, that's a screen so she can climb up and down. Like, there's poop in there. She's pooped in there. But that's a screen so she can climb up and down really easily. They don't climb well on slick surfaces, but they can. She can. I have another glass jar up there. They climbed up, no problem. Went up right around the lid. But the problem is that because she's clinging onto that screen, if I do like this, you know, see, the problem is that she there she is. See, like now, there's no lid on it at all. All right? There she is. She's not going to come down. And the only way I can get her to come down is, I mean, she's not coming down. And I'm not going to bang it against my desk because then I'll drop it in the floor. People are just watching me probably thinking this man is crazy out of his mind. And I am. They'd be right. I am crazy out of my mind. But, my goodness. This is going to turn into like a 2-hour stream just trying to get the bed bug to bite me. Alright, look at that. Is she on there now? Yeah, she's down there. Okay. She's on the. She's closer to it than she was before. Let's see. I'm serious. I'm gonna try to get this thing to bite me. She's not. I can't get her to bite me. I'm actually a little sad. I've done psyched myself up for this, and now I don't think it's gonna work. It's supposed to work. I don't think it's gonna work. If you need to call, Dustin, you are welcome to call. I could probably take one call before I log out for the night. I've been on for about an hour and a half, and I usually don't stream for more than an hour. But if you want to call me, you can call me. I'll answer your question. I feel like I need to at least do something because I can't get this bug to bite me. I might take her outside tomorrow and let her bite me. And film it. And put it up. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see me do something stupid like that. But I can't get the bug to bite me. It's the same problem I had last week. You can always donate through Super Chat, or you can donate through the links on my page. If you go to here, and you go to my Green Acres Pest Control, there's a donate button right here. Let me see. See, I've got donate, I've got Patreon, I got Cash App, I got the Facebook links and Twitter and stuff too. But these are the ways that people donate to me. If you click the donate button, it'll bring you up to this list right here, and you can donate this way. So, if you want to. But anyway, if you wanted to, you can do it that way. In fact, if you donate this way, I keep most of the money. If you donate through Super Chat, YouTube keeps most of the money. So it's up to you on however you want to do it. If you want to do it, you don't have to at all. I'm happy to just be here and hang out. So Do bed bugs crawl up under your clothes while you wear them? They can. They can. If you've got a very, very, very severe problem, they can. They will. Typically, they don't. Not during the day. Bed bugs typically feed between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning. So. And I do have Skype open, and that number up there, that 434 number, that's my Skype number. So. I did not get a bite tonight. And that's a little frustrating. I'm going to hold this thing right there and just see if she bite me. Would other bugs behave like that? They crawl up underneath your clothes? Fleas? Fleas absolutely crawl under your clothes. Ants? Ants will do it. I mean, I've been outside on a picnic or something and had ants crawl right up my pant leg. You know, you talk about ants in your pants? Absolutely. It's a real thing. She's laughing at him again, and I didn't even say butt or poop or fart. I'm trying to give her a meal, and she don't want one. I think I must smell bad. There we go. Hello, this is Jason with Akers Pest Control. How can I help you?
Hey, bud, this is Dustin from the chat. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Good, man. Hey, first of all, I appreciate you taking the call and everything you do, dude. It's pretty nice that you do that because you can tell it's pretty genuine. So I just, first of all, I'll give you a shout out for that.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. What's going on?
Yeah, so, man, long story short, it was about a year ago. I feel so bad. I brought my daughter's cousin came over to my parents' house, and obviously she infected our house with bed bugs. And I feel really guilty because, you know, it's my daughter, and I brought them over there. And, you know, my parents didn't ask for any of that. They haven't been able to take – we didn't know they had a problem until about 4 to 5 months in. And so we just found out, and, you know, we obviously didn't know about the traditional don't go to the Dollar General and buy the bed bug treatment stuff because that obviously didn't work at all.
Right.
And then we did the whole, you know, the Demetrius ice or whatever you call that stuff.
Yeah, diatomaceous
that didn't help that either. Yeah, and I watched a lot of your videos, and I realized it was a big no-no. And obviously, this wasn't until it was too late. So we obviously aren't going that route. And so we found your videos and Crossfire. Obviously, we plan on purchasing it. But more importantly, a couple of rooms are infected. I want to say almost the entire house is infected at least somewhere. But we plan on getting rid of the carpet anyways in that house. And we're going to throw away the furniture because the furniture is pretty old and the carpet is pretty old. So I figured that would be a good start, more than what most people are willing to do. Mm-hmm. And then second of all, my real question is to you. In one of the rooms where there's no base, you know, during the baseboards, there's not a lot of caulk in those seams, the little slits or whatever. If we were to caulk that off, obviously the bed bugs being underneath those, probably in the walls, would that be a bad thing to caulk them off, or do we want to treat that area before we caulk it off?
I mean, unless you're just planning on caulking the baseboards, I wouldn't worry with it. If you treat into the crack with a chemical, it's going to kill the bed bugs. You know, the thing that I've learned, and one of the lessons my dad gave me when I was little was, you know, if you treat in the cracks where the bugs will live, the bugs can't live there. If they do, they die. You know, if they try to, they'll die. And so if the bed bugs are hiding down underneath like a piece of sheetrock or behind your baseboards, and you treat behind the baseboards, you're going to kill the bed bugs. They're going to die there, and you're not going to have bed bugs there anymore. If they do try to live there, they die. So unless you're just wanting to caulk your baseboards, because that's typically something painters do anyway, then that's fine. But the bed bugs can find other routes out of the wall that have nothing to do. I mean, they can crawl up and get up behind the sheetrock, come out around an outlet cover, a wall switch, you know, something like that. They can come out. They can find other routes out into the room that have nothing to do with a caulked baseboard.
Okay. So they would travel that far to do that, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's not far for them to travel and do that at all. That's their natural behavior, is to squeeze into a crack. And so if they're Yeah, like that one I just had showing people. I mean, she wants to be up next to the surface. She wants to be squeezed up in those threads of that lid. She don't want to come out because she feels safe inside that thread and that lid. That's how bed bugs are. Bed bugs are that way. Cockroaches are that way. They like to feel safe. They like to be huddled up in a crack. And if they can't get to a blood meal, then yeah, they will go to until they can. You know, they'll try to find their way out. I mean, they might die in the wall. They might starve if they can't find their way out within a limited amount of time. But I mean, 4 months is a long time for them to just stay in the wall and
So
not
yeah, that was
know,
my
seek
next
an
question.
exit.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, that was my own. The thing is, you know, and I was thinking like, okay, should we treat the inside of the walls? You know, that was the other question. Is like, I figured, hey, if we just caulk this off, then they're not going to. You know, obviously, you did mention the electrical outlets, which I obviously didn't think about, and then crawling up the wall. So, what about treating inside the base?
The only
What's
places
that?
that I've ever treated in the wall, and this is years ago, this isn't even recent, within the last 3 or 4 years. Sometimes I have taken the outlet covers off and dusted around outlet covers because that is effective. Now, bed bugs aren't going to travel, they're not going to go in the wall and then seek a spot, dead in the middle of the wall somewhere like that. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to stay near the opening, but they might burrow into a piece of insulation that's right next to like your outlet box or something like that. They might live around the box. They might live somewhere, inside the wall, close to the exit, not, far into the wall. Now, that being said, like I said earlier, if you seal out their only exit, that doesn't mean they won't try to crawl around in the wall and find another way out. I have seen where people have opened their wall and there's been bed bug droppings, a couple of feet in on like between the where the sheetrock actually screws to the wall stud. You'll find droppings between the wall studs and the sheetrocks to where the bed bugs were just so bad that they were just all up inside the sheetrock. That happens. They do that sometimes. It's rare. You have to have a really extreme case. They're not going to be like that if you've got a very mild case of bed bugs.
Okay. Yeah. So the living, or not the living room, excuse me, the master bedroom, they stopped sleeping in there, I think around 5 months ago. Because I'm like, you got to keep in mind, and I'm sure you know this, we just tried to treat it with traditional bed bug stuff because we thought, oh, that was that those will hopefully take care of it. So we didn't know any better. And so we did that and it didn't go away. So they've just stopped sleeping in there for the past 5 months. And obviously I know you mentioned that they can live for quite a while without a blood. Would they only need like one blood meal every 18 months or something, you said?
12 months.
So anyways, we plan on getting rid of the carpet. And it sounds to me that you're saying just treat the bottom, the baseboards without caulking it off, because that, like, once they come out, they're going to get killed. Is this essentially what you're saying?
They don't live under the middle of the carpet either. Unless you're just wanting to change out your carpet, the carpet doesn't matter. If you have carpet in your house, if you have hardwood, linoleum, laminate, doesn't matter. They won't live in the middle of the floor anyway. They like to live next to the edges where they're safe. And so
no, they were just going to get rid of it anyway, just because getting rid of the furniture. They have a house. They have 3 cats, and one of them just happens to pee every once in a while on the carpet. So they just want to switch to wood floor.
Right, and that's fine if that's something that you want to do. But you still want to target your baseboards. So the bed bugs. If you come in with a suitcase and it has bed bugs in it, and you put your suitcase at the base of your bed, they don't stay at the base of the bed. They crawl up onto the bed or they crawl to a nearby baseboard. Those are the places that bed bugs prefer to go to. And then they usually feed between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning when you're asleep, when you're still and you're asleep and you're not, very active. That might be why this bed bug here is not biting me, is because I'm pretty active right now and she might be kind of spooked and not want to bite. And she's not used to it. Because I guess I caught her in the wild, She hasn't been raised in a lab.
Probably
she's
not some danger, huh?
Well, she's not used to being fed, just somebody coming out and saying, hey, bed bug, come bite me. But, and so, those ones that are in a lab, they're trained. They get used to being fed that way, and they just feed that way. But she just might not even understand how to do it. But so the places that you treat your baseboards around your window trim, door trim, crown molding if you've got it. In a trailer, a lot of times they'll have little slender pieces of trim that connect the wall boards together, because a lot of times it's not sheetrock, it's just a wall board. And you treat those anywhere there's a crack in the wall. And if it's places that you're worried that if you spray, it's going to like run and make a mess, you can use a paintbrush, and you can apply it with a paintbrush. And that way you can get it into the cracks and crevices where maybe your sprayer may not be able to get the chemical where you need it to go, but a paintbrush absolutely will put the chemical where it needs to go.
Gotcha.
So, and of course your bed frame, headboard, footboard, bed rails, your box spring, your mattress, all your sofas, lazy boys, and stuff like that need to be treated too.
And that's what I was going to say. My last question, and again, I appreciate your time. My last question as far as that goes would be, they have a lot of collectibles in that house, and they a lot of stuff they don't want to get rid of.
Right.
So we came up with this idea, because it gets pretty hot. We're out in Oklahoma, and it gets pretty hot in the summers. We were thinking about just wrapping it up like with plastic bags or something and just leaving it out for like a week. Would that kill them or no?
Probably not, because you won't have even heat distribution through the bag. But the thing is if you're using Crossfire and it's a non-repellent, just leave the stuff in the house. The bed bugs can't get a blood meal from a trinket or a doll or a t-shirt, or this is why I tell people you don't have to clean out your chest of drawers, you don't have to clean out your closets, you don't have to take all this stuff and bag it up and get rid of it or just seal it away. You don't have to do that, because the bed bugs are naturally attracted to you, and because Crossfire is a non-repellent, if you're treating the areas the bed bugs are going to go to, like the mattress, the box spring, places they're going to go to, those areas are treated, you sleep there, they're going to come out of wherever they're living. If you're worried, so I talked to a guy one time who had a comic book collection, and you can't take comic books and store them in your automobile. You'll ruin them. You can't put them in a heat treatment. You can't do things to them, because you will ruin these collectible comic books. And so what he did was he took them and he put them in little shoe boxes that were open underneath the bed. And he just sat them under the bed. So that way he slept in the bed. The bed bugs were really close. They came out of the comic book collection, crawled up on the mattress, and died. And that's really effective for things that and then you don't have to go to all this trouble to bag up all this stuff and try all these different little techniques that people have come up with that really don't work. And then you bring those stuff back in your house and they're still full of bed bugs, and you just really haven't done anything but make the problem, prolong the issue. Now, if you take them and you seal them up and put them in storage for 2 years, by the time you get them, they'll be dead. They'll be starved to death. But I don't know if you want to do that. The people don't like to keep their stuff and take their personal belongings and store them for 2 years.
Yeah, my mom is a bit of a hoarder, and so there's just a lot of stuff in that house. It's a well put together house, and there's just a lot. She collected clothes. She likes to collect clothes for my daughter and her other granddaughters and grandkids. And the problem is, the way she grew up, her mom was a hoarder, and I just try to see. I just hate to see it, but she just doesn't know how to self-control, and she has none of that. And
I'll tell you what happened to me one time. So I had a house that was like that I serviced. It was a hoarder home, and to the point where I had to. This is the most work I've probably ever done on a bed bug job willingly myself, and I just did it because, it's the only way she was going to get anybody to do it anyway. No one else was going to do it for her. So I went in her bedroom. Now, her bed, it was a queen-size mattress, and half of the bed was piled up with junk. She had stuff all over the room. Now, you could not... I had to take all the stuff off the mattress, find a place to sit it in the house so that I could actually take the mattress off the bed frame, because it was so piled. It was about 2 feet worth of stuff piled high, 2 feet worth of stuff, and it was just enough room to where she slept on the bed. You could see where she slept on the bed. And I don't know, trying to change sheets on the bed like that, she probably really didn't do her laundry hardly at all. The bed didn't smell the best. But I had to take the sheets off, because you can't treat a mattress with sheets on it. So I took all the sheets off, all the covers off. I did all this for her, all of her belongings off of the bed. My son was there with me. He helped me. And we removed all the stuff. We piled it up in different spots, flipped the mattress up, treated it, flipped the box spring up, treated it, put everything back together. And she didn't have any bed bugs after that. But I didn't put the sheets back on the bed, because you can't, because it's been treated. You have to wait till it's dry before you can put your sheets back on. And then, of course, when she came home, she knew we had done it, because, there's no doubt that we treated her bed, because we went to all that work. It took us like an hour over what we normally would have done on a bed bug job to make sure it was done right. And I got rid of her bed bugs. She had so much stuff in her room. There was no doubt in my mind that there were bed bugs hiding in her belongings right next to the bed and on
Yeah.
the bed.
That's
But
kind of how my mom's room is. Yeah.
yeah, and there's not a lot you can do except you treat it. And I treated with Crossfire, and it worked. And that's why I said. And I've done hotels. I had this rent by the week hotel I used to treat, where the guy was an alcoholic and he's living in this room and he has all this junk piled up, and to the point where he didn't like to sleep on a bed frame. So he took the bed frame apart that was in the hotel, stacked it up next to the wall, and laid the mattress on the floor. So when you lay a mattress on the floor, that gives you like infinite possibilities for bed bugs to get into the bed, because every single place that the bed touches the floor is a mode into the bed. So what you have to do is you have to flip the mattress up, you treat the floor into the mattress, you lay it back down, you treat the mattress. And I got rid of them in his room, and there was stuff all around. I mean, you like a hoarder home. It was really, really piled up. And that's what you have to do to get rid of your bed bugs. That's the most effective way to deal with it in those types of situations. Is don't worry so much about the stuff. Worry about the areas you know people are going to be. You know they're going to sit on the couch and watch TV. You know they're going to sit in like a recliner or something. You know they're going to use their bed. Treat those areas and really thoroughly treat those areas, even if you have to move stuff around to do it, and it'll kill the bed bugs. They'll die. And I treated her house only once, and the bed bugs died.
Okay, so you're saying so using Crossfire really is that effective in terms of
Absolutely.
because you're saying that and I'm not questioning that. I'm pretty convinced that it is. You mentioned you just took the sheets off and just sprayed the bed, and then you put the sheets on because they're obviously on the mat, so you don't need to spray the sheets. You just need to spray the bed.
You
now,
can't spray the sheets. It's illegal.
It's what?
It's illegal. I didn't spray the sheets because it's illegal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, So, so you're just now when you're saying spraying, are we spraying like the entire bed frame? Are you just kind of spraying the entirety of it?
The bed frame itself, I do. I treat the entire bed frame, and I treat the entire headboard. I treat anywhere there are cracks or crevices of the whole headboard. Where the bed frame screws to the headboard, I treat down inside those cracks and crevices. The footboard, same way, exactly the same. Footboard, headboard, bed rails. I flip the box spring. Now on the box spring, there's staples that connect that hold that piece of fabric on the bottom of the box spring. I usually pull that whole piece of fabric off and treat inside the box spring, all around the staples, and I treat the mattress around the seams, the bubble seam all the way around the mattress. Not so much the entire mattress, because you don't usually need to do that unless the bed bugs are just living all over the mattress. You don't usually, fan spray like the whole mattress. You just pay close attention to the crevices, the seams, the tufts, the folds of the fabric. Those are the places the bed bugs like to burrow into and hide in.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I think you've answered my questions, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, it's going to be a whole job to do.
Oh, it's always a job. Bed bugs is the hardest of all the things I do, and I do termites and everything. Bed bugs are the most labor-intensive job that I do. They are absolutely the initial one-time treatments take the longest. They're the hardest to service. Follow-ups aren't as bad, but because you've already been in the house, you kind of know the house, you know the problem areas. But when it comes to doing an initial bed bug job, they are a lot of work. But that's what people pay for. Well, people pay for me to come in their house. They're paying for that. That's a lot of work. They're not paying for Crossfire. They're paying for me to tear their house apart and put it back together. So.
What about the kitchen? Let me ask you, because you mentioned earlier, you mentioned like, hey, you spray everywhere they're going to be at, like couches and and that was my concern is like people, my mom, my dad, they get up from the couches and go to like the restroom, or they, and I've seen them in the bathroom, and so my question is,
I treat the baseboards throughout the entire house.
Okay, throughout the entire house. Now, do we need to like do a whole work in the kitchen too, like on the walls and things like that, or are you just? Because no one really sets in the kitchen or anything.
I just treat the baseboards. I don't treat the whole wall or anything. I treat the cracks and crevices, because bed bugs won't even live on the wall.
Gotcha.
Now, they might live behind like a picture frame or something. Like if you take a picture frame off the wall and you see bed bugs, that's where you would use like a paintbrush or something to apply to the back of the picture frame. That's really effective.
I see.
Because you wouldn't want to necessarily spray that, because it might make it too wet. But if you use a paintbrush and go around the edges with a paintbrush, you could usually get those areas really well treated and not damage you don't want to damage your stuff. I mean, the whole point is to kill the bugs, not destroy your belongings.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty comforting that you say that you don't have to take everything out, because
No.
me and my dad were all we were in the mindset of like, all right, you know what? If we're gonna fucking start smelling, if we're gonna do this thing, we're just gonna do it right the first time. And we had planned on replacing the carpet and the furniture anyways. So we're like, all right, this is probably just gonna make this much easier. Just get rid of the stuff that's already infected because we don't need it anyways.
Well, people
And that was
call
kind of
me.
the whole.
The thing is the house is infested. You know, when you go, so this is a really common. Let me give you a scenario. You rent an apartment. You move the apartment's empty. You know, you go into the apartment. You're looking at an apartment or a house or whatever, and you're like, man, this is a really nice place. It's fresh paint on the walls. It really looks good. Maybe even brand new carpet. It's great. And you move in, and in a couple weeks you get bit up by bed bugs. Where were the bed bugs? They weren't in your furniture because you didn't move with them. They were in the house. They were living in the house, behind baseboards, in the wall voids, somewhere they were living in the house. And so the way you get rid of them is you treat the house. I always tell people, like, even if you're planning on moving, you want to treat the house before you move in. So if the bed bugs try to retreat out of the areas and get onto your furniture and come out, then they don't really have anywhere to go. They're going to come out into a residue, and then they die. And so I don't get that. Like MGK, the company that makes Crossfire, they don't pay me. I don't make a sales commission from them. I don't work for them. I actually called the sales rep for them and I said, look, this is what I do. This is my YouTube channel. I tell thousands of people.
Yeah, I remember. I saw your video.
Yeah, and
they said they wouldn't take you as a sponsor. They wouldn't sponsor you.
They wouldn't do it, and they wouldn't take me as a sponsor. They talk to me. They're really nice. They're really good people, but they're like, we just don't have a program like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll continue to promote you because I love your product, and so I don't mind free promotion if it works.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Do you have an affiliate link or something? So when we do buy the Crossfire, it goes through you, or how does that?
The Amazon, like that? Just Amazon. I've got an Amazon link in my description of every video. Just go to my Amazon page and find it. It's under bedbugs, and I get like 3% commission off of everything sold on Amazon. But that's just an affiliate link. That's Amazon makes the money off of that. They give me like, I make like $1 off of every bottle that's sold. So it's not a big deal. It's not a lot.
Okay, well, I'll still use it. I noticed, and that's another thing. You mentioned treating the whole house, and I agree with that. I think watching your videos, it gives me a pretty good understanding on how they work, how they function, and where they're at.
You will have enough chemical. The point is that Crossfire has to be used within 24 hours of mixing it. You're going to have an entire gallon of Crossfire. You're going to have enough to treat your entire house. You will have leftover. I treat sometimes 3 houses before I need to mix a new gallon. It goes a long ways. A little goes a long way. When you're only treating cracks and crevices in your mattresses and furniture, you're not using a lot of chemical. You don't want to have it pool in the floor. You don't want to have it run across the floor and make a mess. You want it to treat only the areas you need to treat, and that's it. And so, like I said, it doesn't hurt to go through and treat the kitchen and treat the bathrooms, around the commode and around the baseboards and around the crown molding and stuff of every room, because you will have leftover.
When you say crown molding, what do you mean by crown molding?
So the crown is where the sheetrock meets the ceiling. That's called the crown of your bedroom or your living room. And so up there near the top, a lot of times they'll have a little piece of trim that runs around the top. And that's the crown molding. That's the molding that runs around the crown of the room.
I see.
And so even in that, people will still have bed bugs up there. If you see that there's bed bugs clustered up around the crown of the room, you want to treat that spot too. Because even if there's no molding up there, the bed bugs will sit up there in that little crack. Okay. So you want to treat all around the top too.
Okay. So there's no need to get in the attic or anything to do get in there.
They won't be up there. Unless you have bats, they won't be in the attic.
Yeah, I don't know what bad is. It's because I only know what their house is like, and they've, like I said, they've had it for about a year now. So I don't know what bad really is. I think I saw one of your videos where it was just it's nothing like that. It's like, it wasn't like there were shells everywhere, but I've seen places in the house and it's pretty, and I would consider that bad, but bed bugs they just give me the
Right. Oh yeah, me too. So. Me too. I've killed so many of them. Trust me. They gotten to say they don't bother me as bad as they used to, but I mean, I've reached under and flipped beds up and stuff and had whole handfuls of bed bugs come out and try to crawl up my arm and all of that. That's kind of unnerving still to this day. That really bothers me. But Most of the
Yeah,
time, it doesn't.
yeah.
I mean, I was just trying to get one to bite me, and she wouldn't do it. So they don't bother me as much as they used
Yeah.
to.
Well, I've gotten bit by staying over there. I've gotten bit by, and honestly, it's just annoying. It's just really. I can imagine how stressful it is living in that environment, and so that's why I'm doing all this for my parents, because it's like, we want to bring people out, but we are like, man, we don't know if that's going to work. Because we had this one guy, he wanted to do heat treatment, and then I watched one of your videos. It's like, well, why would that doesn't make logical sense to do heat treatment, because if they are in the interior or if they're in the insulation, that's not going to work because it's going to be insulated.
The problem with the heat treatment, and this is the biggest drawback with doing a heat treatment, is that heat is extremely expensive, and it doesn't justify the price difference. Does not justify getting it done. When a chemical treatment it's less expensive, it is more effective, even though you're dealing with residual biting while the bed bugs are dying. You will be more effective at getting rid of your bed bug problem if you use a chemical application, and you will save money. It doesn't, the cost doesn't justify. When companies are charging anywhere from $1,600 to over $4,000 to heat treat a house for something that you can do for less than $1,000, most exterminators will do for less than $1,000. I mean, that's like a quarter of the price of a full-size heat treatment, and it just doesn't. I mean, you can do 4 chemical treatments for the same price, and you will get rid of your bed bugs more than likely after the second treatment. That's if you need a second treatment. Most people don't even need a second treatment. Most people get rid of them after the first treatment.
Well, the thing that you had me convinced on was, well, if they're in the insulation, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you did say this. I mean, if they're in the insulation, that temperature is not going to get hot enough to kill them anyways.
Correct. And that picture I showed earlier of the bed bugs that came out of the mattress encasement, those mattresses that were wrapped in those encasements were in a heat treatment. The mattresses were left inside the apartment. The exterminator required that the customer buy and install these mattress encasements before they would even do the heat treatment. They stood the mattresses up in the middle of the room, and they did a heat treatment all around the mattresses, all around the box springs, and you tell me that those bed bugs came out live out of that box spring after a heat treatment? So that, to me, I mean, if it can't penetrate a piece of nylon, how is it going to penetrate sheetrock? Sheetrock is way thicker than nylon fabric that you think a heat treatment would penetrate, but it did not. There wwere live bed bugs biting her through the mattress encasement. It's just crazy.
Yeah, you definitely, when you said that, I just thought, because I was really sold on heat treatments. I was like, man, this is the obvious way. But then you said that, I'm like, man, what? These are just little things you just don't think about. You're like, oh yeah, that's the whole purpose of insulation.
Well,
so if they're
and another thing too, these heat treatment guys will sell you. They'll say, "Oh no, bed bugs are attracted to heat. They're attracted to body heat. They're attracted to 98.6 degrees. They're not attracted to 130, 150 degrees. They're not going to want to jump into a frying pan." That's stupid. That doesn't make any logical sense. A bed bug is not attracted so a dog. All right, you got a person and a dog in a house. A dog's body temperature is regulated higher Fahrenheit than a human being's body temperature. And so the bed bugs know the difference. Even though they're both producing CO2, they both have a heat signature. The bed bugs are more attracted to the human because the human gives off a different heat signature than a dog. And so they know difference. And they're not going to be attracted to a heat machine. The heat machine is not giving off heat 98.6 degrees. It's giving off heat of sometimes 150 to 180 degrees. And that's not attractive to a bed bug. That's too hot. And they know it's too hot. They're not moronic. They're not, mindless. They actually are attracted to specific things. And, people will make these CO2 machines and they'll put those out. Those don't work either. That's a scam. And they'll put out baking soda and stuff that gives off CO2, like black, what is it? Black ice, not black ice. What is it called? Dry ice. They'll use dry ice in a dish, and that might attract a couple, but most of them are not going to go there because it's not the same thing as a human being. There is a distinct difference between a human being
it's hard
and something that's manufactured.
Yeah. Well, so this the Crossfire. Just forgive my stupidity, but So when you spray it and you apply it, is it just the touch that kills them, or is it the when they inhale it, or how does that work? How does that
They
end
just
up
crawl
killing
through
them?
it. It absorbs through the body. They crawl through it.
Okay, so it's just on contact. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was just curious.
Yeah,
That was
it
more of a
kills on
nerdy question than it was
contact.
anything.
No, it kills on contact.
Yeah.
So if you spray them, it'll kill them within 5 minutes. But if they crawl through the residue, it also kills them for up to 30 days.
Gotcha.
Even
okay,
after it's
cool.
dry,
And
it
you
still kills them.
and once we use it, you use it once every 30 days for 3 months. Is that correct?
That's what I recommend for the novice, yes. I only typically do one
Okay.
treatment and let people call me if they have a problem. But that's a rare thing. It's very rare to have to do a follow-up.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, man, you answered my questions, and to be expecting a donation from me here, probably when I go ahead and buy all
Oh,
this
yeah.
Crossfire stuff. And
No problem.
and
I'm just
everything,
happy.
so-
Just let me know that you killed your bed bugs. Keep up with us and keep checking in every now and time and call me and let me know if it's not working. Because I want to know if it's not working.
Yeah. Well, I will let you know. Is there any? I've seen people have issues getting Crossfire. Is that going to be an issue as far as people that live in the state?
The only people that have problems getting Crossfire are people that live in places like New York, California. There's a few states. The problem is if your state has outlawed neonicotinoid or restricted them to,
Okay.
technicians only, then you won't be able to. Like Virginia has no restrictions. You can buy it if you live in the state of Virginia. You can buy it. It doesn't matter. You can buy pretty much any pesticide that I have. Most of the United States are like that. The thing is that the United States is not the same as other countries. We have a lot more freedom here, and the freedom to purchase pesticides and just follow the label. There are a few states, though, because of the whole Save the Bee campaign, which I can go off on that, tell you how that's bullshit. But they are outlawing neonicotinoids, which are highly, highly toxic to bees because bees are social insects. Bedbugs, Crossfire is a neonic. So the problem is that they blanket the entire market. They don't say that, okay, we're going to outlaw these few neonicotinoids because they're used outside, and they're going to affect honeybees. And Crossfire, because it's used inside, well, we're not going to include that because it's an inside-only pesticide. No, they just say all of them. We're just going to say nobody can buy any of them, which would include Alpine WSG, Temperate, Crossfire, lots of chemicals or neonicotinoids that have nothing to do with, you're not going to spray them for honeybee. Nobody's going to spray intentionally, I wouldn't think, on a flowering, bunch of, clover or something that the honeybees are actually coming and pollinating. It happens accidentally, drift and stuff like that. But no one's going to use Crossfire that way. Bedbugs live inside. So, and that's why people are having problems getting it. In states where they've said, no, you have to have a license.
Okay, yeah, that was my biggest concern was because I haven't tried to order it yet, and so I just didn't know if I was going to run it because I'm in Oklahoma. So
I don't think Oklahoma has a problem, but if you do, buy it on Walmart.com. Nobody on that site cares.
Oh, they have it on Walmart? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
You can go to Walmart.com and you look up Crossfire. You'll pay a little more for it, and you might have to pay a little shipping and stuff on it too, but you can get it. It's still cheaper than Iron and Pest Control.
Is it already mixed?
No,
is it already,
you have
prepared?
to mix it. No, you got to mix it yourself.
Okay.
It's a 24-hour thing, so
cool.
you're going to have to mix it yourself.
Well, I'm excited, man. You definitely, watching your videos over the past few days. And like I said, it's just stressful because it just stresses me out because my parents are living with them. And that's the biggest thing is once this is all done, I'm just going to be so excited because, and I know you said the furniture thing. Like I said, they need to get into the furniture anyways because their cats have torn it all up,
Right.
And I'm just and we just know that they're
treat
all
the new
inside those
furniture.
things.
You want to wait. If you're going to throw out the old furniture, what I usually tell people to do is if you can handle it, treat the furniture and keep it until you know the bed bugs are dead. Then get rid of the old furniture and buy new furniture. Or you can buy new furniture now, treat the furniture after you bring it in the house. That way it's already treated so that anything that's living in the house dies.
I see that. Oh, I got you.
Don't not treat the new stuff.
What's that?
Don't not treat the new stuff. You want to treat the new stuff even if it doesn't have bed bugs on it because the bed bugs will go to it. They'll be drawn to it because you sit there or you use the bed or whatever.
I understand. Okay, cool. Well, dude, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
and like
no
I
problem.
said, I appreciate your help and you're awesome. And I'll definitely keep you updated on how we do. And I think we're going to start treatment next week or the following week. Just depends on when we get that Crossfire stuff.
Sure.
And I'm excited to see the results, man.
Yeah, go for it. You have a good one. We'll talk later.
Last question before I let you go.
Oh,
One last question. Now that I think about it, clothes. Should we just wash it? Should we spray the
if you're
clothes
worried,
and then wash them
no,
after?
don't ever spray your clothes with pesticide. You can just wash them. Don't spray them. You're not
Okay,
supposed
just
to
wash
spray your
them. Okay.
clothes. You actually, if you get chemical and you soak your clothes with chemical, you're supposed to throw them away. So don't do that. Just take them and throw them in the washing machine.
Got it.
Wash them on high heat water and high heat dryer, and you'll be fine. In fact,
Okay,
if
perfect,
the
man.
clothes are already clean, throw them in the dryer first, because the dryer will kill
Yeah.
anything that might be in them. And then if you find dead bed bugs in the lint trap, then you can wash them and dry them. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about wasting the water.
Oh, so you're saying just dry them straight up?
Yep. Put them in the dryer
Okay.
first. So, but you have a good
Sounds
one. We'll
good,
talk
man.
later.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
Bye. Oh my goodness. That was a good bunch, good questions. So, I had one call that came in during that call. So if I am on the call with someone, I can't answer any call waiting or anything like that. I do notice when they come in, and I do notice when I miss calls. And so if you did try to call and you didn't get through, if you can call within the next couple minutes, I will answer the phone. Otherwise, I am going to hang up because I am getting ready to leave, because it's 2 hours now that I've been streaming. This is the longest live stream I've done in a very long time. So anyway, if there is anybody that wants to ask me a question. There we go. Hello, how are you? This is Jason with Green Akers Pest Control.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. What's going on? I noticed you tried to call a couple times.
Yes. I have been treating with Crossfire, and I cannot get rid of these bed bugs. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
How often have you treated? Like, when's the first time you treated?
Over a year ago, Thanksgiving,
Okay, and
and I've been treating ever since. And now
How
I'm going to
often?
say about every 2 weeks.
and you've been doing that
Maybe
since
every 3
Thanksgiving
weeks.
last year, since November?
Yes.
And so that's been like just
The
within the
bite-
last 6 months? Or are you talking about
No,
November of the previous Thanksgiving? Year and a half.
Yes, it's over a year. It's over a year.
That's a long time to be treating. It sounds, well, the only thing, so, and this is the truth, the only time that I have ever had a problem where the bed bugs did not die, like, within the first couple treatments anyway, was because the homeowner or whoever was reinfesting their house. So how did you get the bed bugs in the first place? Do you know?
I have no idea. I did notice that my next door neighbor had put out a whole lot of old furniture. I don't know whether she just got new furniture. I don't know what the story was. I didn't ask.
Oh.
And soon after that, that's when I was downstairs on the couch, and everything. My couch is brand new, my bed is brand new, because I'm getting ready to retire, and I don't know how they got infected, but they did.
If your neighbor, so do you live in an apartment building or like a duplex or a condo? How do you?
No, I live in the city. It's a row house. I live in a porch house, so it's kind of connected. But
Okay.
yeah, I live in a city.
Kind of like a
I live
townhome?
No, it's like a porch house, like in
Like a
Philadelphia. I live
single-family
in
home.
Philadelphia. Yeah, but it's attached. It's not single. I mean, it's not separated.
Yeah. That's a new thing they started doing. I mean, I don't know. They've been doing it for a while, but they started building these houses where it was like 2 to 4 houses put together, but it was like a single house, but they're like connected on 2 walls. But they do that here a lot.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, less than a mile from my house is a whole entire like subdivision of houses like that. But the bed bugs.
Now, I want to say this. When I first found you that Thanksgiving, I took everything apart. I sprayed everything.
Mhm.
And then I immediately put on mattress covers. I know you're not a fan of the mattress covers, and I still have them on. So I don't know. And then I went out and got those things that you put underneath the legs of the bed.
Well,
And
here's
so
the problem.
I'm just baffled.
So
I
here's the
don't know how.
problem.
Go ahead.
If you're treating with Crossfire, okay, and you've treated your mattress with Crossfire, and you treated your bed frame, and all that stuff with Crossfire, why would you want to prevent the bed bugs from crawling through the surfaces you just treated? Like when you cover it with a mattress encasement, you're covering the treatment, and they can't get to it. And if you're putting interceptors underneath the bed legs, you're preventing the bed bugs from being able to crawl to your bed.
I don't put them on me. I don't want to get bit. They hurt.
But that's how you kill them. If you're going to do Crossfire treatment, that's the only way to get rid of them. I had a lady that had the same problem, so I treated her house for 3 months in a row, and I couldn't figure out why the bed bugs weren't dying, because when I would go to her house, she would have everything would be completely ready for me to treat, and it never had interceptors or anything like that. And
I've never seen, and I can't find any of them. Like physically, I can't see nothing. I've had flashlights. No, that's a lie. I did find one on my couch downstairs. I had a flashlight, and right on the side of the arm, I found.
Yeah, they
I
like
saw
to get
an
on the
antenna,
arms. Yeah, they like to get on the
and
arms.
I just soaked that. I did everything. You know, that's when I went to the Crossfire. I did the whole house, the baseboards, everywhere. I can't figure it out. So you think I got to take the mattress covers off? Oh my God!
Yeah, they're supposed. You want to leave those off. You don't want mattress. And the reason I'm not against mattress encasements as a whole, I think they do have a use. It's more of a preventative thing. So like if you don't have bed bugs and you're wanting to protect your mattress and your box spring from an infestation, you got brand new mattress, brand new box spring. You put your mattress encasements on, you bring them in the house, you install them. The bed bugs typically will not be able to get into the mattress encasements and actually infest your mattress and box spring, because that's an expensive investment, especially if it's something like a Tempur-Pedic, it's like $5,000. You don't want to have to drop another $5,000 on a mattress.
I got the purple mattress. I love it, but I hate going to bed.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. So if you treat your mattress and you've treated it, you want the treated surface to be exposed. You want the bed bugs to be exposed to that surface. You want them to come out and crawl on it and die. If they don't crawl out and die, they're not going to die. If they can't come into contact with the pesticide residue within the 30 days you've treated, they will not die. And they just won't. It won't work. And that's what you have to do. Now, other than that, I think your neighbor, if it's in the same building, so basically, if it's like like you said, these porch houses or whatever,
like a row house.
If they're all in this, like if you've got this big house and it's divided into 2 different houses or 3 different houses or 4, however many it is, the problem is it's very similar living to a apartment style living. And the bed bugs do not have far to travel to get into your unit. And if your neighbor has them and they're throwing away their furniture and they've infested their house with bed bugs, it's one of those things where you're probably going to have to treat preventatively until they get rid of their problem. See, that's the issue, is that you're going to have to treat all the time just to make sure you don't have bed bugs in your house over and over and over again, because they will continue to get in your house from the neighbors. Absolutely. It happens all the time.
So you think I have to treat like maybe every week?
Once a month. Once a month is all you have to do. Crossfire lasts 30 days. I would never treat every 2 weeks. I only treat once a month.
So I got to take my mattress covers off, start from scratch all over again, spray, let them come tear me up for real now.
And don't put the mattress encasements back on. Don't put them back on. Leave them off.
I hate that because they're going to really get to me.
Yeah, they will.
I don't know how to get to me. I don't know how to get to me through this mattress cover. I don't know. It's mind-boggling.
If the mattress is infested and you have them on the mattress and you put a mattress encasement on the bed, when you lay...
Well, it should keep them away from you, right?
No, it doesn't. No. If they're living in the room, they can still get to you, and then they're not crawling over a treated surface.
I don't know how they get into me. If I have the interceptors on the floor under the bed. I did find one.
For one, they don't work.
I did find one in there. I found one on the outside of it. They said it was on the outside. That means he was trying to come into the bed.
That means they're coming from the room. That's correct. And they're living in the room, not on the bed.
And I had one that was dead. I only found one in there, but I'm still getting. It's just mind-boggling. I don't understand it. I thought I was protecting myself by covering it.
They can live
No,
on the
I have no
footboard.
headboard or footboard. I don't have no headboard or footboard,
They
and
can
my
live in the
bed
bed
frame is
rails.
metal.
Oh, they can live on the
Metal.
bed
I have
frame.
a
That don't
metal.
matter. They live on metal bed
I,
frames all the
I
time.
spray that. I spray those. I spray those every night. I spray. Oh God! I got to take all this crap off of here. I cannot believe it. Well, that's what I'm gonna do, and I just have to soak. I'll do the mattress again. I don't have many ridges because the blue mattress doesn't have a lot of fold.
Right.
It's
They
just,
don't.
I don't. It's baffling.
Well,
I
you
don't know.
may. Do you have a box spring, or is it just like a platform bed? No, you said a metal bed, so it probably does have
Yeah,
a box spring, doesn't it?
twins. It's two.
So it's a king
two
size.
twin beds. It's a queen size with two
That's a
twin beds,
heavy mattress.
and they both. And
That's
it is very heavy. Tell me about it. And I'm by
Oh.
myself.
Oh, I
And
know.
nobody
I've
wants to
done
help me
it.
because
I
nobody,
hate them.
nope, nobody wants bed bugs, so nobody won't help me.
They're awful.
And
They're
both
awful,
of the and,
awful.
and the back springs, both of the back springs are covered. Everything is covered. I don't know. I cannot understand how they're getting to me. I just don't. My logic, I don't understand. If I don't know how they live. I don't even know how they're getting to me.
If
How?
they're coming
Why?
from your neighbor's probably completely infested. And they're traveling to you because they have nowhere else to live next door. And they're trying to get to you because they need a place to live. Because if you open it, you look in a crack and there's bed bugs in it, and you look in this crack and there's bed bugs in it, and you look in that crack and there's bed bugs in it, and there's no crack that they can live without there being bed bugs in the way, they're going to come in your unit and try to get in your house. That's what they will do. They do that all the time. And if it's a warmer day in the summer, they have been known to travel a couple of feet between houses. If there's not, if it's like in really close, like city communities where the houses are built real, real close together, they will travel between houses too, just because they're trying to survive. It's a survival thing. When a house reaches max population and there is no more room in the house for bed bugs to retreat to, they will die. They will start killing one another. And so they will have to move out of those houses, and they'll start moving into other houses real close. Now, that doesn't happen like in the country, but in the city, when the houses are like 2-3 feet apart, really close together, oh yeah, they'll move between the houses all the time. They do it. Roaches do it too. Cockroaches do it. Bed bugs do it. They do it.
Okay, so what's my game plan? I gotta take all this crap. Everything gotta come off the mattresses and the box springs.
And the interceptors.
I'm gonna resaturate and the interceptors. I'm gonna resaturate everything, the room, the whole house, like I did before.
Right.
And
cracks and crevices throughout. Yep. And the sofas and everything.
Yeah. And I got plenty of crevices because this house is old.
Right.
And I need new floors. It's just a mess. I don't have carpet there, but I do have wood floors, but they got cracks. I need to get them replaced. But I never see them. Why don't I see them? It's crazy.
Well, you said you have seen them. You said you found them in interceptors and you found one in your couch. You do have
but
them.
not as many. But the way I get bit, I should see 100 of them. I don't see but one or two.
One bed bug can bite you 6-7 times before they get full of blood. They fall off. They get clumsy and they fall off. Usually it's like 3 to 4, but I've known of bed bugs to bite 5-6 times before they get full, and then they fall off.
I don't see no blood on my sheets. I put white sheets on purposely. I don't see no traces of nothing. And every day I wake up itching and scratch. And I used to see welts, but now I don't even see a welt. I don't know whether the bed bug's tiny. I don't know what's going on. But I know I itch. I don't really see any indication.
Well, it
like
may be something like, carpet beetles too, because they can make you break out just like bed bug bites. But that's, dusty. If your house gets dusty and stuff, you'll have things like carpet beetles. I'm going to have to go, though, because I actually need to use the bathroom, and I'm going to have to log off for the night. But you have a really great night. I'm sorry.
Thank you for your advice.
Thank you, too. You have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. So I've got to use the bathroom, and it has been over 2 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Y'all have a real great night. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a good night.